All right, so things are winding down with NetBio. Let me set this mic here. So we're going to just wrap up a few details, including the exciting results of our Cytoscape visualization contest. So before I get to that, let me just again thank the organizing team for NetBio as we wind things down. So everyone is listed here, and many of us are here in person. So I'll call out maybe in particular, Tina has put in a huge amount of work amongst all of us organizers. I think Tina really deserves a round of applause. She's really what held everything together. The rest of us do what she tells us to do. So thank you, Tina. Other representatives. So Mehmet is here, Anais is here. We have Alexandros here, Pradeep here, Noel here. So a lot of contributions to organizing this track. There's one person in particular that we want to give a special acknowledgement to, and that is Scooter Morris, who is not here today. But Scooter Morris actually was one of the original co-founders of the NetBio Cozy way back in 2011, I believe that is. Scooter has now retired, and so he's not going to continue his role in NetBio, understandably. He really wanted to be here. He has a really great excuse for not being here. He had his first granddaughter born in the last 2 weeks or so. Everyone's great. He'd prefer to be there, not here. That said, we want to take a minute to acknowledge Scooter's contributions to this NetBio Cozy in particular. He helped to start the Cozy. He was involved basically throughout. And more broadly, his contributions to the network biology community, not just this Cozy, but network biology. So I'll highlight a couple of those things. Some of you probably know Scooter. If you don't know Scooter, I bet you've used some of his tools. So he's had a huge impact on our community. And I included some pictures of here. Scooter is really into sailing and boats. So in fact, I think we had a joke. Our next organizing meeting was going to be on his boat as he travels around the world. So Scooter is going to do a lot more of that as he retires. So let me just highlight a few things about Scooter, and then we'll get into the Cytoscape contest. So I should say the reason we had this contest was to give us a kind of a platform for acknowledging Scooter's contributions. He has been a major developer of Cytoscape. So what better way to honor him than to show some of the cool things that our community can do with Cytoscape. So he was the executive director on the resource on bio and computing visualization informatics at UCSF. As I said, he was one of the original co-organizers of, it was called SIGs that now are called Cozies, but it was started in 2011. And he was one of the original co-organizers of that with Alex Pico. He continued his involvement in NetBio, often as abstract chair. So he's been the abstract chairs a lot for this track. All the way up through this year. So he contributed this year as well, even though he wasn't able to be here. So that's 15 years of helping to support this community at ISMB. More broadly, he's contributed a ton of different things in computational biology. One thing I'll note in particular is his contributions through Cytoscape. So since 2006, he has been the primary core contributor to Cytoscape, I would say. We gathered a few statistics here. He's authored 39 apps for Cytoscape. So I would guess the majority of you in this room has probably used an app that Scooter wrote or helped to write. He has three of the top 10 most used apps are things that he contributed to the Cytoscape base. He's been the lead contributor to Cytoscape's core base, has introduced a number of key contributions there: groups, scripting, palettes, image export and rendering. These are a few things that Scooter did. A lot of attention just on the user-centered design of that. He also co-authored the original Cytoscape workshop book with Alan Kaczynski. And Alex emphasized this point in talking to Alex in the last week or so. Since 2011, Scooter's held the role of roving engineer for Cytoscape. So he's put on a ton of workshops about how to use Cytoscape. And specifically, he likes to do one-on-one training with developers that are interested in developing Cytoscape. So he's had a huge impact on Cytoscape functionality, adoption by the community, and helping people build new apps for that. His papers have been cited more than 61,000 times as another measure of the impact that he's had. So thank you to Scooter for his contributions to NetBio, and to the broader network biology community. Let's give, even though it's not here. Okay, so with that, so that's why we had the contest as kind of a platform for celebrating Scooter's contributions. I'm going to transition into our actual Cytoscape contest results. So the big unveiling. So for people that didn't see that, this voting's now been taken down at noon today, but basically we hosted the contest over the last 12, 15 days. People have been submitting entries, basically anything that's been made by Cytoscape. It could have been a scientific figure. It could be an artistic visualization. We had both, a lot of interesting examples of both of those. We had 15 total entries. More than 50 of you voted. So we opened voting yesterday morning and more than 50 of you voted. And we're giving out awards for 3 winners there. So there's essentially, we're going to give you $30 in some form. And in addition to that, a Cytoscape t-shirt with your visualization on it, in addition to a Cytoscape picture. So that's what we're giving to the winners. So I'm happy to announce we have 3 winners. I think none of these people are actually in person here, and that's completely fine. We designed the contest that way, but I do want to acknowledge them. There's some pretty cool visualizations. So the first winner is Alejandra Paulina Perez Gonzalez, who is from the National Institute of Medicine for Genomics in Mexico. Are you here? Yes, come up, yes. This is a nice surprise. Let me say, Alejandra had 2 submissions, and they were the top 2 submissions. So a clear winner. And I would like maybe say a few words. Your next submission is on the next slide. Do you want to just say a few words about your submission quickly?
I use Cytoscape in my daily, and so I like to do some artistic things in my free time. So when I saw this contest, sorry, I was saying that I use Cytoscape in my daily, and when I saw that there was contest, because I like to do some artistic things in Cytoscape in my free time, because I don't know, I'm a nerd. And I said, yeah, this is my time. So thank you for all of you voting. That's all I can say.
Thank you. So this was the first submission by Alejandra, and this was the second submission by Alejandra. And again, the top 2 vote getters were both hers. And so that's really impressive. So I'll talk about a couple of other, I think these other winners are not here. So Michael Costanzo submitted a winning submission. This one here, which is a figure from a preprint that he recently posted. And so that's the second winner. I'll just pause there for a second. Michael Costanzo is from University of Toronto in Canada. And then the third winner is Zhongchen Lim, who's at University of Oldenburg in Germany. And his submission is shown there. Do we have Zhongchen?
That's me.
Oh, yes. You want to come down, come on. This is great. You want to say a few words about your submission?
Yeah, sure. So I'm working with tumor predisposition, and I'm not much of like a visual artist, but I do like writing stories and poetry. So I kind of like wrote the caption in a way that was a bit poetic in the sense of like how genetics affects people from an early age.
Okay, we will be in touch with you winners about the prizes. So you'll get a Cytoscape shirt. We're going to attempt to put you have to pick one of your 2, probably, Alejandra. But we will have a Cytoscape shirt, Cytoscape logo with your design, your figure, Cytoscape image on that. Plus, you'll get some cash as well. So thank you for participating. Thank you all for voting. And that is the Cytoscape visualization contest. So maybe just a couple of closing words since we're coming to the end of NetBio. We're about to have a shared keynote with microbiome here in a minute. I'll mention a couple of things. We're always looking for people to get involved in NetBio. If you have, we have a few roles in mind, but it's also great if you have ideas about how you can make this organization better, both here at ISMB and throughout the rest of the year. So definitely contact any of us here, and we'd be happy to talk with you. One other specific heads up, for people that are registered for the Come Together event tonight at Punch Tarmies, there's a NetBio designated area. So we have a group of us from the NetBio Cozy will be great gathering there. We're happy to have all of you. It's a good way to hang out more informally and continue some of the discussions that started here. Anything else from the other organizers that we should say before kind of closing down NetBio right before our last keynote here? All right, with that, let's thank all of the presenters for this afternoon and this morning, and everyone participating in NetBio. Thank you. So, and with that, we're going to transition to this joint NetBio microbiome keynote. So, and I'm going to let the microbiome organizers introduce our keynote speaker. This is one that's jointly hosted, and we're happy to see some connections between networks and microbiome. So we'll start right on time with that, which is 2:40 p.m. So we have a few minutes of downtime, but we'll get to this shortly.